Prophet Yunus was sent to the city of Nineveh, a city in northern Iraq. The people of the city had turned to idol worshipping and sin. Hence, Allah had chosen Prophet Yunus to remind them to turn to Allah as he was born and raised amongst them. However, the people of Nineveh rejected Prophet Yunus. Although he persisted, the people ignored his warnings and were not afraid of his threats. Yunus grew angry and frustrated and feared that they would face the wrath of Allah. He decided to leave and go to a city where people would listen to him. Allah was very displeased as Yunus had left without his command. Yunus leaves and boards a passenger ship at the coast. Once the ship sails, there is a massive storm and the ship begins sinking. Those on the ship began throwing heavier items off the ship, but to no avail. They then realize the passengers now must be thrown off. They decide to draw lots, as was common in the day, to decide who must be thrown off. Yunus's name is drawn first, but they all decide against throwing him off because they believe him to be a good, honest, and righteous man, so they draw again. His name is drawn a second time, and they decide that they will draw again, and his name is drawn a third time. Yunus knows that this was decreed by Allah as he had left his people without Allah's consent, so he jumps out of the ship. As commanded by Allah, a large whale swallows him whole as he jumps. Yunus realizes he's in the belly of a whale and not in a grave. He begins feeling the whale's belly digesting him, and he calls out to Allah in prostration and says, La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minaz zalimin. Today, this is the most powerful dua to help us in sadness and depression. The amount of days Yunus spends in the belly of the whale is unknown as there is no verifiable answer. Allah accepts his sincere dua and tells the whale to spit Yunus back out to the nearest shore. Allah forgives him and commands a tree to grow over Yunus with food and shade. After he had left Nineveh, the skies had turned red and the people finally believed Yunus and repented to Allah. Prayed for Yunus's safe return. He was the only prophet whose entire community accepted Islam.